Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles offense who will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Well, one thing I know for sure, having played in the state of Florida, if you're a school in Florida, you probably are going to have a lot of speed and athleticism in your secondary somehow or some way. There is an embarrassment of talent and riches in the state and high school. Guys on the back end that can fly around. They all have ball skills, and it's no different with this defense there.
I mean, you can literally throw a rock and hit a guy that runs 4.4 in the state of Florida. Like, the high school football is so talented, so well coached. There's so many squads across the state. So, yeah, you're always finding those guys that have competed at a high level that can absolutely fly. And it's kind of like find the next guy at that state and put him in the lineup and put him at one of these main universities.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Rides to the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Noles send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Longhorns offense will now get its first chance with the football. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. And he fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Straight ahead, it's Ford. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it. Keeps it on the option. Keeps it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Keep it on the ground. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Back to throw, it's Denson. Under pressure. He's got it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front, you can win a lot of football games.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast.
Goes high to pull it in. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the run, now to throw. Makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Out of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. On the direct snap, it's Ford. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner will be knocked down. The run inside. It's Simon. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Off play action. Fires to the right. Almost picked off.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lets it fly. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Smith dropping to pass. Upstairs he's got it. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I know he's happy to get that one because that's the big fella's first sack. And we've heard a lot about this 5-star, this young defensive lineman who they think is going to be elite of elite. And now you get the first sack, the first of many. But nice to see this dude start to come into his own, maximize some of that ability that we've heard so much about.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline. They've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Right side, it's Bishop. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Smith wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Finds his man. It's Bishop. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. Touchdown, Texas! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gets the back moving. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Just had to get rid of it.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Gresham. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 6 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Hurricanes, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out, let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Running inside, it's Simon. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out wide left, it's McCutcheon. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. And so right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complementary football right now.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps.
Caught, and he's got room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Love. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The field goal is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. I don't know what it is about a missed field goal that can send a bolt of energy through an opposing offense. Now they've got it at about their own 37. Finds space on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. First down here for the offense. The give on the counter. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he almost had a pick.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Second and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down to the air. Left side, it's McCutcheon. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're looking to throw on second and short. Touchdown, Longhorn! Fired in from the red zone for the score. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Howie, what do you have?
Here on the Texas sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looking for an alley. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Denson. Caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. RPO complete. Turning it on. Inside the 30. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Fresh set of downs going up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll set up to throw. Look out! Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Motion from the wideout. Right back to it. Jumped on top of the pile. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Misses badly on that one.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. They're all over it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got it. 1st down and more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
First play of this drive. Flips it out in the flat. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw one first. Got him downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off-play action on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Seminoles! Took it all the way back to the house.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You've still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse. Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Selling the fake. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Dancy. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.